Hi, it's Lenore. And today I just want to spend a little bit of time for the newbies, for the people who are thinking about starting on getting into going to thrift shops and looking for things. And whether you're looking for yourself or if you're looking to go and buy and resell or a combination of both like I do. I probably keep as much as I sell, but it's definitely a fun thing to do. It's an enjoyable time frame. So I just wanted to give you some new, well, maybe not new, but some hints and some things that I started doing since I've been thrifting that I think is key. And just want to talk about some things that you really need for when you go. So people are always asking me, how do you find things? How do you find this or that? Well, I do think it takes going multiple times and going when you have time, not when there's 15 minutes left to the store. I almost never go on Saturdays because it's just so packed with so many people. And I sometimes go on Mondays and Tuesdays because I find a lot of people bring their items to the thrift shops or Goodwill or those over the weekend. I also try to go to the stores that are in the better zip codes. So if you go to those, normally the donations, the value, whether it's current or vintage, it's usually a little bit better. I also go and visit a lot of estate sales and look around at those, which I just look up on the internet and they're there and I can find them. And sometimes I stop at yard sales. I haven't been that lucky at yard sales. In fact, I like to look and I pick. I really think I've only picked up like two or three things at the last like 10 yard sales. Usually I can find that it's damaged. I found this beautiful shoe the other day. I loved it and I held on to it as I walked around the whole yard, and she only wanted $2 for it. But when I flipped it over, the back of the heel was all broken off and it was a Fritz and Freud and it was beautiful, but it was just too damaged for, being able to resell it. It's not something I would put in my collection with that much damage. Even though it was in the back, I just don't think it's something I would have put on display. So back to talking about the things that we need. You need consistency. I actually have a list in my phone of as many thrift shops as I know of in South Florida. And if I find a new one, I add to it. And I also know which ones are together. So if I'm over in this one city, I can quickly look and see, oh, there's three in here, and make a quick stop or make multiple stops because usually they are kind of clustered together. And, I just watch for them that way. I try to keep track. The other thing is, and where I find the best items, which I probably shouldn't tell anybody this, is at the church thrift stores. A lot of members will donate things to the church thrift shop, and it's usually good stuff. So I find a lot more stuff that I can actually put on eBay and resell, or even the things that I want to keep, I can get more or better quantity or looking at them at the church's thrift stores. So check out your local churches and see which ones have thrift stores and stop in. I will tell you, a lot of them are only open like 1 or 2 days a week and only a couple hours. So you definitely got to look at the schedule, but check them out. So let's talk about some of the tools that I use while I'm out and about. My most important one is my magnifying glass. And it's just interesting because when you get something and you're looking at the bottom of it, it's hard sometimes to be able to read or see what the markings are. So I know I look like a crazy old Sherlock Holmes, but I'll pick up an item and like this one, I could not read that sticker just as it is. It is so tiny. Even with my glasses on, I can get part of it, but I can't get it all. Well, I need to know what it is. So now when I look at it through my magnifying glass, I can see that this is a Goldwyn, and it's from the Silver Art Company. So it's Goldwyn Silver Art Company. So now I can read it. I know it has a brand name. It has the original sticker on it. So this is something that interests me. I'd never gotten one before, but I really liked it myself. So like I said, I might keep it, but it was something that I felt if it had no value, it would be something that I would want to have. The next thing you always want to know and have on hand is your measuring tape. Now, sometimes I don't really pull this out of my pocket. I actually have a much smaller one that I keep in my purse. But you want to make sure things are the right size. And for me, the right size is trying to be under 18 inches for shipping. It seems like once it gets bigger than the 18 inches for shipping, it is just outrageous to ship. And so it just doesn't make it worthwhile. People aren't going to want to spend $26, $28. So I try to kind of keep that in my mind when I'm looking at different things. Then the other day in Office Depot, I found duct tape, or this is actually Scotch tape, but it's a actual ruler. So now I go start seeing, I actually put this on my table, my light table. So now every time I take the pictures, the measurements are going to be on there. And I measured this. These inches are correct. They're exact measurements. So that will help. It is tape, so it will just stay on my desk or my table. But I just thought it was so clever. And now instead of me having to open up and balance my tape measure on the table, I'm going to have this on there. So I'll probably start utilizing this a lot more and just have it on there all the time. So the other thing that I use a lot is my phone. Like I said, I have a list of the stores that are nearby, and I have it in a picture format just because it's easier for me to look at, and I just have them categorized by cities. But I also will take a picture. If there's something there that I really like and I'm just not sure, is this truly valuable? Is this something that I want to resell? Is this something I want to learn about? I snap a picture. I'll snap a picture, I'll flip it over. Sometimes I'll do research right then and there to see if I can do a comparison. Is it on, a thrift shop site? Is it on eBay? Is it on any of those? And when I look at eBay and I compare the pricing, I always look at what it has sold for at the lowest price. I know you can go on eBay and you can look at something and it will say $28, $30. But what is what the average person is purchasing? That's really what you want to look at. And although, yes, I want something that I spend $1 on to come out at $38 or $40, but realistically, you need to look and make sure you're comparing and thinking in your mind based off of true numbers of what people have purchased. I did purchase a Lily of the Valley china plate. I only found one, and I paid $1 for it, and I posted it. I started at $4. I didn't know what it was going to come out, and it ended up coming out to $44. And when I looked, most of them are selling anywhere from $32 to $50. So I was kind of right in the middle range of that. So sometimes you luck out. It's just I really liked it. I thought it was pretty, and so I got it. The other tool that you definitely need is a scale. And this scale you can, this one is electric, so I don't know if you can see the numbers are coming on. And what I like about this one is it always starts at 0. Once you turn it on, it calibrates itself down to 0. Then when you put your item on it, it will tell you. And mine does pounds and it does the ounces, because it's very important with the US postage that you know the ounces. And this one also will give you, in 3 different units you can look at, kilograms, all sorts of things. So I'm obviously using it as pounds and ounces. So those are the main things that I use. I take a lot of pictures. I come back and I do a lot of research. But the one thing that I have done is I'm not across the board. I am pretty much looking, well, I'm always looking for Fenton. I'll just be honest. I love Fenton. I have loved Fenton for a very long time. So I'm always looking for Fenton, and I'm always looking for Burrito. As you can see up here, I have one of his original pictures up here, which is a long story, but I love it. And this is Michael Perez, which you can't really see him either. He did all the artwork in the Central Perk, the coffee shop inside of the Friends TV show. So I'm looking for things like that, but then I always go up and down the rows. And so I mostly focus on crystal and china. And I did spend some time in Ireland at the Waterford plant. And so I know, I don't want to say a lot, but I know way more about that. So when I can see it, I can spot it out, and I have an eye for that. And I just look and try to get things that I like, figuring if I don't sell it, it's going to become mine. So why not make sure I like it and have it, to where I could have it in my china cabinet or on one of my shelves or on my desk. So those are the different things that I look for. And if you have any questions or you want to add anything, if you want to go to my eBay shop, it's Lovable Bows on eBay. And I always have things listed. I try to list every other day, but some weeks when work is just too busy, I can't. Or if the thrifting's been too slow, then I don't. But I really do try, and it might be only 2 or 3 items, but it just check in often because I always try to add different things. So if you have any questions for me, or if you want to see more, if you want to see more things about how I learn, how I'm finding the different things, how I research it, let me know in the comments and I'll try to come up with some other things for you. So, but I want to do what you want to see. So again, my name's Lenore. Thanks for watching. And if you like this, go ahead and click on subscribe. And also, if you like bows and crafts, I'm kind of potpourri of all different things on my YouTube site. Just things I like. It's just pretty much me. So go ahead and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.